Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing a trade review of what happened today and also some possibilities for tomorrow, that is September 17th, Friday, end of the week. See, today we have had a pretty good move on the upside, though it was a news based. There was some news that was announced, and that's why the market went up. Some of the news is all over the internet and all the news channels, which I did fail to get the news during the live market. I was not able to switch on my TV. Sometimes I do put on the news just to see if there's any kind of breaking news. Today I failed to do that, and I failed to improvise on this news, and I did take a hit. It was a pretty big loss for me today, but that's fine. This happens on some news-based moves in the market. I should be able to recover it probably next week. This is the loss that I've taken today. It's pretty big. It's not the regular trading loss that I take. So I'll be showing you what happened and where I went wrong. See, the overall market structure from this black trend line that I've drawn, right? From once we broke out of this, we had a small retest and a pretty good shoot on the upside, almost 1,000 points. So this was a pretty good move. But for today, I had a pretty sideways. See, I'm just going to shift to a 5-minute chart in Banknifty just to show where I went wrong. I'm just going to turn on the CPR. See, there was a good chance to square off my position and go long. See, I did take a short position over here after all these wicks. We started dipping. I was at good profits over here. Then my view was we could touch the CPR and remain sideways as I had a bearish view, or reverse on the upside. So what happened over here is I did take a short position here at R1. I was at good profits, but when the moment this candle came, and by the time I was deciding whether to just blindly exit or just see if we are going to reverse from here, by the time I could decide, this 5 minutes came, and this was the one trade where I took the big loss. And after that, I just tried to scalp throughout and just lost a little bit more. See, days like this happen when on a Thursday you get some kind of a news-based move. Sometimes if you cannot improvise quickly on it, you do make big losses. This is the first time on a Thursday I made such a big loss. Probably a few other days where in the initial days where I was trading, I have made losses, but on a Thursday, this is the first time I made so much loss. So that should be fine. I should be able to recover it probably in the next week. Now coming to the trade possibilities for tomorrow, right? Based on the CPR, since Banknifty has reached the all-time high, we have nothing else to rely on apart from the CPR. The CPR levels. We can also make use of the pivots. How to add the pivots is you just have to go to indicator and add the, sorry, not this one. So along with CPR, you can also make use of this pivots. There are different options in this pivots. One is traditional Fibonacci, Woody, Classic DM, Caramella. So you can make use of two, either this Caramella. I would prefer Fibonacci. You can also make use of this Camarilla. I will be going with Fibonacci. Since we are at all-time high, and these pivots will be plotted tomorrow when the market opens. So let me just put that off. So we'll be using pivots and CPR for the trade possibilities for tomorrow once the market opens. But based on the CPR, right, we have a pretty wide CPR. See the width of this CPR today, it was narrow compared to this, and tomorrow CPR where I'm marking this, right, it's pretty huge, right? So based on this and also having a good up move for 2 days, my view is we could remain sideways tomorrow, either between this previous day high and the CPR levels, or we could gap down and be within the CPR level. And in case we break out, I'll see if we get a comfortable break above this previous day high, This is also the all-time high. Then R1 and R2 are the targets. Even in case we happen to be bullish even tomorrow, for some reason, if we start sliding down, probably I'll wait until this entire CPR is taken out, then probably scalp for this S1 or previous day low. I don't think we'll dip until previous day low, but these are just the possibility that I'm just marking and keeping. My view is going to be that we might remain sideways, and we might just get one or two trades for option buying. Rest all probably would be for option selling. For buying, we just might get one or two. If I miss that, yeah, probably I'll not take a trade, because I usually don't take many trades when the CPR is wide. So only in the opening or towards the end, in the opening we might get a dip, or towards the end we might just break out, or toward the end from a higher level we might just break down and touch CPR. So these are the possible trades where I look to buy options either in the beginning of the day or towards the end of the day. So that is for Bank Nifty. We have the CPI levels. R1 is at 37,950 and R2 is at 38,240. So for next few days, until we get into a correction mode, we'll have to make use of the CPR and the pivots for our targets in intraday. Let me just look at Nifty. Even Nifty made a fresh all-time high today. We reached about 17,640. The best buy in Nifty was here when we got a dip, we went up and again retested this previous day high, probably at around 17,530. See, based on yesterday's OI, I had a view that we were not going to dip below 530. So 17,500. So exactly we came here, took support at 17,500, went up, and the second dip was perfect to buy based on the price action. See, whenever we get this type of price action on 15 minutes, on 5 minutes, let me just go to 15 minute, or on 15 minute, a good rejection of at a CPR level, the previous day high, right? We can try and take that entry there. With a strict stop loss could have been the previous day high itself, and we did get a good move until R2. And even the Nifty CPR is pretty wide for tomorrow, so we could remain sideways. But Nifty is continuously going up, right, from past few days. So if this trend continues even tomorrow, we'll just have to blindly rely on this CPR levels, R1, R2, and we can also make use of the pivots that I just showed for the intraday. So let's see how tomorrow goes. Tomorrow could be an interesting day. My view is it might be sideways, but we'll never know. In this bull market, we can always get a breakout or a breakdown anytime. So that's it for tomorrow. This is the loss that I've taken today. Probably next week I should be able to recover this. That shouldn't be a problem. So stay tuned for more videos, and thank you for watching.